Okay, everybody's ready to do their fringe, right? Now your background you won't have enough of. I did send one extra tube of something, and then just whatever other colors. They don't all necessarily have to be the same colors. You could just use one color if you want. It's just up to you. So what we're going to do is we're going to thread on 9 beads. 6, 8, 9 beads. And you should be coming out of the end hole. If you had to start a new thread, you come out here. Doesn't matter which side of the bracelet or how it works. And you're going to count 5 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And you're going to go down that hole and back up the next hole. Okay? I'm going to do this all the way across. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you're going to have loops all the way across. And for time-wise, I am going to do a couple more. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I'm going to come, and I forgot to come back up, and you come back up. I'm going to actually stop so that I can do the next row and we can do the next row so that you can see how I ended up doing it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And go down. Now, when you get down to the end, again, it doesn't matter which side you're on or how you're doing this, you want to make sure that you leave one spot. Okay, that might mean that the last set of little humps has 6. It might mean the last set has 4. Whatever you have, you want to make sure that you can come up the last bead. Okay? And if you do have to extend it a few more stitches, you might have to pick up a couple more than 9, and that's fine. All right, now we're going to pick up 8 beads. And the count of the beads is completely up to you as far as that goes. You can do little bits, big bits, it's up to you. However, just play around with it. My suggestion is make sure that when you go to take it out, take your needle off your thread and pull the thread. Trying to go back through, you will either pierce the thread too many times or you could get your needle or your thread stuck. Okay, so you're starting here and we're going to count back the 5 again. But this time we're going to go down, behind, and we're going to go back up, but we're going to go in front, if I can, of the gold. Okay, so we're going to do 8. And if you don't want fringe, that's fine, you're done. So we're in front, but now we're going to go behind. And then we're going to come back up. Now every fringe you do can be different or it can be the same, completely up to your preference. And I don't know, that's kind of weird. That's the 3rd time I picked up 6. Okay, so you're going to go down. Okay. Oop. I'm going to pull it, there it goes. And you're going to come back up here. Come on, there we go. Okay, now I'm going to move my thread because there's already something coming out of this hole. There's already something coming out of that hole. So I'm going to move my thread back over to here. Now, I want you to look. The blues are behind the golds, right? So I want to do the same thing, but because I'm going back the other direction, remember, I'm only doing 3 stitches. You're going to be going all the way down and back. I want the yellow, which is going to be my 3rd color. You can do it all in one color if you want, to be behind. So I'm going to start now from behind, and I'm going to add 7 this time. 4, 5. Okay. And I'm going to start from behind, and I'm going to go into the front now. And the reason I'm doing them a little less is so that it gives it a little bit of fun detail. You can stack them either way, whichever way you want. So now I'm going to come back up the next one. So it's going to kind of give him this like little hilly mountain kind of thing. See where it's going to kind of go up and down. So I'm starting from the back, and I'm going to go down into the front. Okay, I'm going to go up the next one. Do 7 again. And I'm going to go down and come back up. Okay, so that is how you do your fringe. Now I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to show you how to do the extra couple little things that we have. Now, for head pins, this is definitely a talent and something that it takes a while to do and learn how to do. But what you want to do is you want to turn right angle. You thread your beads on, right angle. And again, even the cutting off depends on how many times you've done it to whether you know how much. Now, you can use any pliers and any cutters for all this that I'm doing. I'm using specialized tools. You don't have to. You can just as easily use these kind of nosed tools. However, of course, the round nose tools will make it a little bit easier and a little more pretty. So you put your thumb up in there, right in that right angle, and you turn away from you. And I went a little too far because I'm trying to do it without looking at it because I can't see the angle I'm at. Okay? Then you take your jump ring. You always twist this way. You always twist this way. You never pull them apart. And I love oval jump rings because the slit is on the side. That generally means that you will not have the slit or the opening near your wire or your thread. So you always twist this way. Okay? You put 1 to 2. Then you put your clasp. Okay. Then on the other side, you add as many links as you need to, and then you just add your dangles. Now, pretty much everything that I do, I have a ring in between. And the reason is, for me personally, because I like the movement. It's one thing, the reason I like the bead woven so much is because I really like the soft, flexible movement. Okay? So, when you add rings, like to earrings and to dangles and things like that, the more rings you add, the more movement it gets. Now, I will show you a great way to make chain. Open 1, add 2. You now have a chain of 3 with only opening 1. Okay? Now, most people do not want their bracelets too long or the dangles too long. So I'm only going to add a few. And again, you see me add in the little dangles with the rings. You guys got a cute little heart with a flower on it. Mine is my dragonfly that it is on all of my jewelry. Except, of course, my earrings, because it'd kind of be a little boring to have just all earrings. With dragonflies. Oh, I don't know. I like dragonflies. All right. So now you're going to close that. And if you had finished your fringe. Oh, I am so sorry, everyone. Like I said, this thing is just, I'm not sure if I'm getting over it or it's getting started farther into it. But if you had finished your fringe, there's your bracelet. And so you have your finished bead along. Now, if you noticed, I reversed my colors. You are welcome to do that. You're welcome to make the pattern in any color combination you'd like. And I do hope that you'll join for the next bead along, which will be our 14th, and I'm already working on the pattern for it, the design. I'll talk to you later. This is Krafty Max Originals. Happy beading.